Yes. So last class we have studied that number of elements in a particular period that you can determine with the help of the electronic configuration. In this class, today we will study that how to give the name of the elements for the newly discovered element. The elements which are having atomic number more than 100. So IUPAC suggested certain method for giving the name of such elements whose atomic number is more than 100. So you must be thinking what is the need of the IUPAC to give the nomenclature. So I have written here IUPAC nomenclature for elements having atomic number more than 100. Problem is that if one scientist discovered the element, so he will give the name on the basis of his own choice. Another scientist discover the same element, then he will give the name of the same element by his choice. Then the problem will be there, dispute will be there. Then who is the real discoverer? So that's why IUPAC suggested no one is allowed to give the name, and the problem came for this 104 atomic number, that first name was given Khrushchetovium and then another Rutherfordium from American scientist and Russian scientist. So that problem was there. So this problem is solved by IUPAC. So IUPAC suggested that whatever the new elements are discovered, just you give the paper and then the IUPAC will decide who is the real discoverer of that element by seeing the evidences which are given by the scientist. So by that time, one tentative method is given, means one method suggested by IUPAC that you can give the name of the elements whose atomic number is more than 100. So today we are going to study that method, how to give the name and how to give the symbols of the elements whose atomic number is more than 100. So just you see, first of all, this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. For 0, the term is used nil. For 1, un. For 2, bi. For 3, tri. For 4, quad. For 5, pent. For 6, hex. For 7, sept. For 8, oct. For 9, n. So little bit change is there. In class 10th we studied that organic compounds, but the organic compounds for the 7, here sept is used, and there you have used the hept. For the 9, non you have used there, here we are using the n. So only the 2 places change is there. So these numbers, names are given, that nil, un, bi, tri, quad, pent, hex, sept, oct, n. Then name we will write from these numbers, name of the element plus suffix. Suffix what I will use? I will use the suffix IUM. Means name first you will write, then suffix you will use. Then one rule is given that if after bi again IUM is coming, then this will be dropped. In the same way, after bi if you are getting, in the same way if it is tri, after tri, if IUM is coming, then this will be dropped. I will be dropped. Not the whole term bi, only I will be dropped. Here not the whole term tri, only I will be dropped. In the same way, the rule is given, after n, if nil is coming, after n, if nil is coming, means this n is coming 3 times, then 1 n is dropped. You must be thinking it is very difficult. So just I will give you, these rules are there. These rules we will follow. So suppose that if you want to give the name of 104 elements, atomic number of that element is 104. So for 104, just you take the 1. What is the name of the 1? 1 is un. Un. For 0, what you will take? Nil. For 4, what you will take? Quad. Then, after writing this one, suffix you have to use. What suffix you will use here? IUM. Add IUM. This is the name of this 104 atomic number element. The name will be there, unyl cadmium. What is the name of this compound? Unyl cadmium. Now, make the symbol. For making the symbol, just you take the initial letters. Initial letter from the un, U, for the nil, N, and for the quad, Q. So the symbol will be U, N, Q. This is the symbol of the 104 atomic number element. Now, next one is 105. Write the name. That for 1, what you will take? Un. For 0, what you will take? Nil. For 5, what you will take? Yes, correct. Pent, then IUM. Unyl pentium. This is the name of this 105 atomic number element, and the symbol, just you take the initial letter 1, 1, then
UNP.
this UN. Now, that 100, suppose that if I take 113, 113,
Ununtrium.
yes, correct. And for 3, try. Again, if you are adding 2, I will be, yes, only UM will be added. Trium, and make the symbol. So U, U, T. So U, U, T. In the same way, 118. So for 1,
Octium.
yes, octium. Yes, correct. Symbol if you make U, U, O. U, U, O. So I think you all understood this one now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So today the homework for you, that you can write some elements I have written here, that homework for you, that from 101 to 118, that you can write the name and you can do the practice. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Now, next topic, we are going to start that division of periodic table into SPD and F block. You all have written, you can take the screenshot or you can note down.
Noted.
Okay. Now, next topic, that is given on the page number 173, division of the periodic table, division of the periodic table into SPD and F block, into SPD and F blocks. So whole periodic table is divided into 4 blocks. If you remember at that day, first A, second A, third B, fourth B, fifth B, sixth B, 7B, eighth, then first B, second B, then third A, fourth A, 5A, 6A, 7A and 0. And at the bottom you must have seen that 14 elements, 2 series are there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So this 14 element, 2 series are given at the bottom. So this is the periodic table, not you can say that structure of the table. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the structure of the periodic table. This whole periodic table is classified into that 4 blocks. So this one is coming, this is S block elements. So S block, group number 1 and group number 2. Then P block, this is P block, the group numbers just you count in the P block, how many groups are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here. This is D block. D block elements. And this one is F block. So 4 blocks are there. If I ask you that in S block, which groups are present? What you will answer? In S block, which groups are present?
1 and 2.
Yes, that group 1 and 2. We will write this number. Group 1 and 2, that they are present in S block. Yes, correct. Then, what is the general electronic configuration? General electronic configuration is NS 1
to the power of minus.
Yes, NS 1 to 2. I told you this S block elements, the last electron enter into the S subcell of ultimate cell. Definition of this S block elements: the elements in which last electron enters in S subcell of ultimate cell. This is the definition of the S block element. The elements in which last electron enters in S subcell of ultimate cell. If you have seen your book, in the book it is given differentiating electron. In the book it is given differentiating electron. Just to see what is given. In this block, S block, differentiating electron enters into the S subcell. Now the question for you, what do you mean by differentiating electron? Differentiating electron means last electron. In the book you can note down where differentiating electron is printed, you note down last electron. So that's why I have not used the term differentiating electron that is printed in your book. You can study your book, but I have used the simple term last electron. Otherwise you will be thinking what is differentiating electron. Differentiating electron means last electron. The elements in which last electron enters in S subcell. S subcell of ultimate cell. Here also I am using a new term. Ultimate, penultimate and anti-penultimate. Those who are familiar, just you see, this is the nucleus. This last cell is called ultimate. Ultimate. Before the last cell is called penultimate. And then before the penultimate, it is called anti-penultimate. Anti-penultimate. You are familiar. If you have studied chemistry by me, then you are familiar, because in the class 10th, class 9th, you must be familiar with these terms. Ultimate, last cell. Before the last cell is called penultimate cell. And before penultimate, that is called anti-penultimate cell. Now, one more thing. If this is N, if the last cell is N, then before the last cell, that will be N minus 1. Means for the penultimate cell, you will take N minus 1. In the same way, if you take for anti-penultimate cell, that will be N minus 2. This is a general term. If it is 5, it will be 4, it will be 3. If it is 7, it will be 6, it will be 5. So now the term for you, that is ultimate, penultimate, anti-penultimate. That term I will use here. So the last cell is called the ultimate, before the last cell is called penultimate, and before the penultimate, anti-penultimate. So what I have written the definition of S block elements. The elements in which last electron enters in S subcell of ultimate cell. Means when you write the electronic configuration, the last electron will enter. The last electron will enter in S subcell of ultimate cell. I will show you. Just to see. Sodium. Atomic number 11 is there. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. Now the question for you, where the 11th electron is going? Where the 11th electron is going in sodium? In which subcell 11th electron is going?
S subshell.
Yes, yes subcell. Just you see. N is 3, maximum value. The last cell. Yes subcell. So that's why the sodium will belong to the S block element. Sodium will belong to the S block element. One more element, that magnesium. Magnesium 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Where the 12th electron is going in magnesium? Where the 12th electron is going in magnesium?
S on.
That is
S on.
S subcell. Yes. So S subcell. So that's why these two elements are the S block element. Now that I think it is clear to you, in S block elements, two groups are coming, that 1 and 2. So here the last electron will enter in the S subshell of ultimate cell. I have written this part, I am going to rub it because I have to explain all the 4 blocks. So can I rub this side? If you can take a screenshot, otherwise you know that it is up to you. Yes. Can I rub now?
Yes, sir.
Now, we are going to take that P block elements. P block elements. General electronic configuration. General electronic configuration. This is a very important topic because they are asking in your examination. So this one is NAS2 NP126. This is a general electronic configuration for P block element NAS2 NP126. The elements definition you note down. The elements in which last electron enters in P subshell of ultimate cell. This is the definition for P block elements and general electronic concern. Both are very, very important. In your examination, it is asked that give the general electronic concern of the S block, P block, D block and F block. And if you go for any competitive examination, they are also asking the general electronic configuration. So this very important for you. Then definition of the P block elements. The elements in which last electron enters. Last electron, I told you that differentiating electron, in your book it is printed, differentiating electron. The elements in which last electron enters in P subshell of ultimate cell. Now some example, that sulfur. Yes.
Sir, helium will be part of S block or P block?
That is exception. Helium is coming in P block, man. Why you are after the helium, man? Helium is coming in P block here. Just you see noble gases kept here. Helium is coming in P block and that is the exception of the chemistry, man. In chemistry, one rule I am giving, then next I am giving the exception. So don't be after the helium. Helium is exception, but it is coming in the 0 group element, group 18. With the noble gases, it is coming in P block. This is the exception that we will study in the coming topic. So this sulfur, atomic number 16 is there. Write the electronic configuration: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p4. Just you see, 16 are there. 10 plus 2, 12 plus 4, 16. So just you see, 16th electron is going in the P subshell. So it is given here NP126. It may be 1, 2, 3, 4 up to the 6. So it is 4. So that's why this sulfur is coming in P block. In the same way, you can take chlorine: 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. So this for chlorine, that 17th electron is going in 3p. So that's why it is P block. So that side, please. Either you take the screenshot or you note down, then I can rub it. This side I will rub it. Yes. Can I rub it?
Noted.
Yes. Now next one is D block elements. D block elements. First of all, general electronic configuration, that n minus 1 D 1 to 10 NS 1 to 2. This is general electronic configuration for the D block elements. What is the definition? Definition that the elements in which last electron enters in D subcell of penultimate cell Just to see, it is given. If it is 4, it will be 3. Means last electron is not going in the last cell. It is going before the last cell. It means n minus 1D. Now, electronic configuration, that iron 26, 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d6. Now the question for you: in which subcell last electron is going?
D.
D, sir.
Yes, D subcell. And just you see, for the principal quantum number here, maximum 4 is there, but here 3 is there. It means 1 before, 1 is less. It means electron is going in penultimate cell. So this iron will come into the D block elements. Now the question is that, how many groups are there in the D block? Just you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 groups are there. From the group number 3 to group number 12, they are coming in D block. And one correlation I can tell you. Just you see, in S block only 2 groups are there. S orbital, in S subcell only 1 orbital is there. In 1 orbital only 2 electrons can be filled. So that's why only 2 groups are there. In P subcell, 3 orbitals are there. In the 3 orbital, you can fill up 6 electrons. In the 3 orbitals, you can fill up 6 electrons. So that's why the 6 groups are there. Just you count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then in D subcell, 5 orbitals are there. In D subcell, 5 orbitals are there. And 5 orbitals, how many electrons can be filled? 10. So that's when the D block 10 groups are there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that way you keep in your mind. That way you keep in your mind that in S block 2 groups are there, 1 and 2. In P block 6 groups are there from 13 to 18. And in D block that 10 groups are there from 3 to 12. Now next one is that D block is over. Now F block. F block elements. So general electronic configuration for F block elements, that is n minus 2 F 1 to 14, n minus 1D, that 0 or 1, then NS2. And here the definition will change. The elements in which last electron enter in F subcell of so the elements in which last electron enters in F subcell of NT pen ultimate cell. So this is the definition of the F block elements. General electronic configuration is n minus 2F that 1 to 14, n minus 1d, 0 or 1, ns2. The elements in which last electron enters in S subshell of anti-penultimate cell. Here in F block, that two series are there, lanthanoids and actinoids. Lanthanoids and actinoids. Now the question for you, in which period lanthanoids will come?
Period 6.
Yes, correct. Period 6. In which period actinoids will come?
10th period.
Yes, that period 7. Now, I have given the general electronic configuration. All of you please, look here. You told that lanthanoid is coming in period 6. So just you write here n is equal to 6. If you write here n is equal to 6, then you will get here 5, you will get 4. It means for lanthanoids, 4f orbitals will be filled. For lanthanoids, that last electron will go into the 4f. In the same way, you told that actinoids, they are present in period 7. If you write n is equal to 7 here, then what value you will get here? 6. There what you will get? 5. It means for lanthanoids, 4f orbitals will be filled, and for actinoids, 5f orbitals will be filled. So here the important point for you, what you have studied, that the division of the periodic table, the important points, that whole periodic table is classified into the 4 blocks, that S, P, D and F. So what is the reason why it is divided? Because by division of this one, all the similar elements are coming in. S block elements are similar, so we can study together. D block elements are similar. In the previous periodic table, Mendeleev, we have seen that these similar elements were kept together, but here all the similar elements are kept together. So by this way, the study of the elements will be easy. So important point for you, that definition of each block and general electronic configuration. In your examination, it is asked that general electronic configuration and definition. And if you go for any competitive examination, then also they are asking the general electronic configuration. So that you mark in your book and you learn it. If you have any doubt, you can ask. Now,
exam.
yes, for the exam I am telling. Yes.
No, when is our exam going to held?
Exam your, I think, August, September, next month. Your unit test, that first semester will be conducted in the next month, September.
How many chapters will come in chemistry, sir?
Chemistry, you hope that up to 5 chapters you will complete. Yes.
Sir, chapter
Now,
4 also.
Chapter 4 JP sir will take. That chapter 4, just to see how many topics will be completed, up to that only. But I think sir is going to complete the chapter 5, and after completing the 5th chapter, sir will take the chapter 4. So as many number of topics are completed, that will be included in the examination. But we will try to complete 5 chapters. And whatever chapters already you have studied, that you prepare for the examination. Okay. So now the next topic we are going to study, that is given merits of the long form of the periodic table. Merits of long form of periodic table. This modern periodic table, or the long form of the periodic table, is very, very useful. So all the points are given in the book. Just I will explain it, and it's better to study from the book. So first point, just to see. This table is based on most fundamental property. This table is based on most fundamental fundamental property of an element. What is the most fundamental property? That is,
Atomic number.
yes, atomic number. So most of the defects of the Mendeleev periodic table were solved by only changing the method of classification. In the Mendeleev periodic table, you have seen that elements are arranged in the increasing order of the atomic weight, but by changing the method of classification, most of the problems were solved. So first one is this one. Now the second one is that position of element is correlated with electronic configuration. What is the meaning of this one? Meaning is, if you know the electronic configuration, you can predict about the position of the element in the periodic table. If you know the position, you can predict about the electronic configuration. So both are correlated to each other. Then third point is given, the whole periodic table is divided. The whole table is divided into 4 blocks. S, P, D, and E. So what is the need to divide in the block? It is easy to study because I have told you that in the Mendeleev periodic table dissimilar elements were kept together, but here the similar elements are kept together. So that's why it is easy to study. Now next point is given, that position of isotope. Position of isotope is justified because they have same atomic number. Means position of isotope, that problem was there. So that is also justified because isotopes are having the same atomic number. So that's why it is justified. Then fifth point, most of the defects were present in the Mendeleev periodic table are not encountered within the table. So the first one is given, that the elements having the different properties are not placed in a same group. So when the long form of the periodic table came, in that one, that groups are again divided in A and B subgroup. So A subgroup elements are having the similar properties and B subgroup elements are having the similar properties. So that's why that problem was solved. Then the periodic table by and large does not contain anomalous pair. Anomalous pair, you have studied that nickel, cobalt, then argon and potassium. So they were arranged in decreasing of the atomic weight, but when the atomic number is taken, then the problem is solved. And group number 8, that is also divided into 3 groups. So the problem is solved. So now defects of the long form of the periodic table, that 3 defects are given. First one is given, that position of hydrogen. Hydrogen is given in the group first A on the basis of electronic configuration, but it has the properties similar to first and 7. This is the defect. And the second, as you were asking about the helium electronic configuration, just you see helium, that 1s2 is there, it should be placed in the S block, but is kept in a P block. And third defects, that lanthanoids and actinides, why they are kept out of the periodic table. So up to here, that up to the defects of the long of the periodic table, you can study, and rest we will study in the next class. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.